There's always something about that after lunch coffee, isn't it? Okay, so I hope you feel ready for this video. If you haven't grabbed any coffee or tea or maybe water or whatever you like, please do so before we get started. So here's the thing. I have made a content plan for 2020 and I'm super excited to share all of these blog posts, videos, and podcast episodes with you. And I hope you subscribe to both my channel and my Instagram account. Follow me there if you haven't already. It's tess.waltenberg. Very creative. And one topic that I want to talk more about during this year is sustainable entrepreneurship. And you may wonder what that is. And of course there's different ways to define it, but to me it's an entrepreneurship that both does good for the planet and is healthy for yourself. So it's about a sustainable pace, it's about lasting in the long run and making an impact for real. Because let's face it, if you're not feeling well, if you're not managing, and if you don't last in the long run, you're not going to make that much of an impact on the world. If you want to know more about that, please look at my video about self-love and sustainability. Today I want to talk to you about the difference between networking and working for free. Because as a freelancer, as an entrepreneur, or anyone who's running your own business, of course you're going to need to help other people and network and build relationships. And in that you may work for free. But to me there is a big difference between actually helping each other out, building real relationships where you actually have a win-win situation, and some companies and people who take advantage of that. For example, as you probably know by now, I run a network called Sustainable Influencers together with so many amazing women. Yes, we're all women and I'm so proud of that, but men are of course welcome. And in that network we help each other out, we give each other advice, we sometimes even work for each other. I do these all the time, but we do that in a relationship where we know that we give and we get in return. And I think that's one of the most important aspects. And also remember that giving at one point may not mean that you're always going to get that in return, but giving some sort of service may actually give back to you in another way. For example, I have photographer friends who actually took my pictures for free, but I also know that if they need someone at any time in a picture, I'm there for them. I have recommended them to other clients. I'm helping them out in different ways. And in some ways, it's simply an exchange of service. In some ways, maybe you can do a project that benefits you both. For example, you can find people who actually want to build a portfolio and who actually needs you to model for them or help them with content, for example, and you can create the situation that benefits you both. Because to create a sustainability for yourself and for other people, that's really what it's all about, that it needs to benefit both of you in different type of ways. Sometimes it's in a way of contacts that you can be recommended to other people. Maybe sometimes they need a service that you can provide and you need a service that they can provide. And sometimes you just need to take the risk and actually help someone, hoping that it will help yourself. But don't keep on giving and giving and giving if you don't get anything in return. Invest that energy in another relationship instead. I know a lot of people who want to be visible on social media and who want people to recommend their products and who ask me, how can I reach out without having a marketing budget? And the only thing I say to them is, you can't make influencers work for free. That's super unprofessional. Don't get me started on that. I'll make another video about that. Don't ask influencers to work for free or for products because it's not professional. And if you want someone to actually do a good job, pay them. But what you can do is to actually network, because if you create a network, then you're probably gonna get visibility, not because you ask people to work for free, but because you actually earn their respect. I recommend a lot of companies for free on my channels, but it's not because they asked me to. It's not because we have a deal. And here's the difference, because I have a lot of companies approaching me on social media and who emails me through my website or something, who actually ask me to work for free for them or to get some kind of product or service for free. And here's why it's problematic. When I work for a client, when I produce content, this is specifically for social media because that's usually where I get these questions, I have standards for when I publish a post. I have standards for answering every single comment I get within a time frame. I make sure to make the most of that post. And as much as I enjoy doing it, I don't do collaborations that I don't enjoy and that I don't feel like I can completely stand behind, paid or not. I do it with all of my heart, but it also means pressure on me because I need to deliver at a certain level. So that's the big difference for me. And if you want me to recommend something for free, then obviously talk, present yourself, show that you're someone who's worthy of my respect. And I'm not gonna say that okay. I'm not gonna sit here and promise that I promote everything for free if you network. But if you want to get people to promote your products for free, that's how you can do it. You can't do it by asking people to work for free. I also have some people who have emailed me and who have been humble about the fact that their budget is very small. And it doesn't mean that I've specifically said yes to all of those jobs, because simply I have to prioritize, and when I prioritize, I usually have to go for the jobs that actually pay me. But if I do have the time and energy, that is a much better way to do it. Be humble, be respectful. Actually write that I totally understand that this is a small budget, but is there something we can do for this price? And have a price. Don't just ask someone to work for free. There is a huge difference to me with having a small budget and being humble about that and asking people to work for free because you don't have the money. Because here's the thing. With all the jobs I'm doing, I have to prioritize it over something else. I have so many different ideas that I want to do in my business. And if you want me to work for you and take time from my own business, then you're going to have to offer me something. Just like when you apply for a job, I guess most of you have done that at some point in your life. You can't just say why you want to work in that workplace. You have to explain what you can provide that person with in that workplace. So if you want someone to work for you, tell them what you can do for them. And it may not even be money. It may be offering them a workspace if they don't have one, that in exchange for them doing something for you. It can be taking someone's picture to be promoted or getting contacts. Think about what you can do to create an actual win-win situation, because that expression is totally overused. People say win-win when it's actually just win for them. And if you're uncertain, follow your gut feeling, because honestly, you have to be generous sometimes to get where you want to go. You have to make contacts, you have to network, you have to help people out to probably just get something in return. And sometimes you make mistakes, you help the wrong person. I've done that plenty of times. And then it's just, if you ask me, just forgive yourself and move on. I've actually had jobs where I haven't written an actual deal when I got started and that I didn't get paid for. And of course, I'm in a privileged position where I didn't need that specific money. But instead of taking this huge fight about it, I actually just moved on. You will make mistakes, you will work for the wrong people, you will learn as you go along. Hopefully you can learn from others, and that's where the networking part comes in. Talk to others, ask for help, but be humble about the fact that people don't need to work for free for you. Be good to other people. Network, build real relationships, have people in your corner that you can brainstorm with when you need it. Have people that will help you out, not because they get something in return, but because you have that actual relationship. Because you're not gonna make it as an entrepreneur if you don't do that. I hope this has been a little bit helpful at least. Please drop a comment down below if you have any thoughts or comments. and let me know if there's something you want to see on this specific topic of sustainable entrepreneurship. And I would also very much love to know what sustainable entrepreneurship is to you. Are you an entrepreneur? Did you just get started? What's your goal? And how do you want to make that sustainable for yourself and for the rest of the world? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit thumbs up and subscribe if you like what I do. Bye!